The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. It's enough. It's the Ron Van Dam Show, as was previously enunciated by the person who said my name. Welcome to the show. As you can see, I have no guests. I don't have guests on this show. On my daily radio show I do. Where are you? On my daily radio show I do, but not on this. I spend most of the time, even on the daily radio show, just monologuing it. Here, I just talk for half an hour. I don't know really what you get out of this, but whatever. I mean, I'm not a horticulturist. I don't talk to people that have businesses that I'm trying to promote. I don't do it out of ego. I do radio out of payment. So, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, it's newenglandbroadcasting.com is what I do. You Google the Ron Van Dam Show, and you'll find me in every single platform they ever created on that cell phone computer thing that you have. And we also do syndicated stations across the country. Monday through Friday, a half-hour program. We have over 2,800 episodes that are available for you to listen to. You can listen until the day you die, basically. Not that I suggest that you do that. I'm just saying it would be possible. Okay, thanks for being here. I live in the same town that you do, and oddly enough, I don't know what town you live in, so that statement is completely false. People do that. You ever see a comedian? I used to do stand-up comedy for a short period of time until I realized that was basically a psychological suicide, so I stopped doing that. But I did it for a number of years, and I would walk out into the specific, on the stage, and whatever town I was in, I would walk up on the stage, and stupidly, I would say things like, "Hello, Boston," and that's so stupid because you can't stand on a stage and say hello to the entire city. It's just stupid. So I stopped saying that, and I started saying, I love Boston. Oh, I love Middleborough. Oh, I love New London, Connecticut. Things like that, But I don't love it. I don't even know where I am half the time. I don't know how I got there. So that was all stupid. It was all stupid. I've noticed recently something that is making me a bit both angry on one side and, I guess, nervous on the other, anxious perhaps. Stressed is a good word. That's a popular word right now. I've noticed that there are too many people, and I don't know where they came from. I don't know how that happened. When I was a younger person, and that was a significant number of years ago, there weren't that many people. I didn't count them, so I don't know for sure. But I'm telling you, the feeling that I got when I was a young adult was there's a lot of people, but that's it. Now I walk around and it's like, where did all these other people come from? They're all converging upon me. Did you ever go to a mall? I mean, a mall that actually has people that shop in it. A lot of malls, they're going out of business. This brick and mortar thing, it's just not working out for a lot of people. But I'm walking through the mall and it's like, what are all these people doing? Why are there all these people? I come from a family where I had a mother and a father, and I had a brother. So there were four of us. My parents replaced themselves. That was what they did. There were two of them, and they replaced themselves. Equal. That way we don't get too many people. It's a constant number. But now families are having like 3 or 4 kids, and you're going beyond the replacement cost. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're adding too much to this burden of having to deal with people and pay for them in a democratic society. I know some parents that have 4 children, and I feel like saying, I don't say this because it's rude, and I'm not a rude person unless I'm on the radio, but otherwise, I don't say to them, what are you doing? How selfish it is of you to create so many people. You are getting blamed for the overcrowding of everything. Don't ever blame to me, Ron, so much traffic. You made it traffic. You brought in like too many people into the world is what you did. And for what reason? And the answer is always the same for the most part. The answer is, well, I come from a large family. Oh, so you're not in the mood to correct anything? Ron, there's nothing to correct. We were a large, loving family. 4 children, 5 children, 2 loving parents. No, I loved it. I loved that. Okay, maybe you loved it, but you're not helping out here. Some people just love children. I think they should be psychologically tested, not the children, but the parents. But nonetheless, that's fine, whatever choice you have to have, as long as you can support these children, as long as all these children can get an equal amount of love and financial support to go to higher education, lower education, whatever the case may be. If they have to live substandardly, financially or otherwise, then you shouldn't have that many children. Okay? Do you understand? If you have a nanny or something, maybe you can get away with it. You know, you got to do daycare and childcare. That's costly. Consider all this. And how about your brain? How about your life? How about your career? You're worthwhile. Who you are. Isn't that important to you at all? Well, no. My job is to raise children. I love children and I love to have them. That's not a career. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I just don't understand it. But you know what? That's the makeup of society. We don't understand each other because we're not all the same. It took me so long in life to actually accept the fact that people are different. Couldn't understand that. Why are people so different? And it doesn't matter if you agree with me or disagree and you have different thoughts and different opinions. Not everybody thinks like you either. Once you come to that realization, you can kind of sit back a little bit and say, okay, and you can use that wonderful word that I love to use. It's my mantra. And the word is whatever. When I say that to people, they find it annoying. It's like when I say whatever, then they think I don't care. That means I don't care. And I really don't. But that's not the point. Whatever. What I'm actually doing is being agreeable. I'm being agreeable. Don't you appreciate that? You say something and I'm agreeing with you. I love to travel. Okay, whatever. I love elephants. Elephants are a very special animal to me. Oh, whatever. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not arguing with you. That's what I'm saying. Whatever you feel is whatever you feel. It kind of has nothing to do with me. Even if we're living in the same house, even if we're having a relationship, you're not me, I'm not you, we're sharing each other. That's all. We're sharing our experiences. That's all we're doing here, Maybe you can go further if you want. We're having sex too. Okay, fine. But basically, we're sharing our lives together. But you're not me, and I'm not you. I didn't marry myself. You didn't marry yourself. You got to accept the differences. Accept the differences. Whatever. Okay. How much time did I kill? 10 minutes. Whoa. I'm gonna roll. I went to the movies about, I was 10 days ago from the recording of this show. By the way, I don't know when they're airing this. This could be repeated like 7 years later. This is being recorded on August 27th, I believe it is, or it could be the 28th. I don't know. One of those 2 days. I have no concept. Whatever. Of 2025. Holy crap, 2025. If this like progression in years doesn't stop, I'm going to be out of time. I mean, let's slow this down. There was an episode of Superman, the television show. You're probably not old enough to have watched it. It was in black and white. It was repeated a lot back in those days. And I saw this episode where Superman actually flew into orbit. You could fly, you can jump tall buildings and fly into orbit. You didn't know that, right? Whatever. And he flew around the Earth in the opposite direction. And it slowed down time and actually reversed it so that the horrible things that were happening at the Daily Planet, were reversed so that like they never happened. Or if they're going to happen, because he reversed it, then it has to go forward again, then he can stop it when he goes forward. I know, it's very complicated. But I thought, wow, that must be real. Now, I knew Superman wasn't real, but is the theory true? If you go around the Earth in the opposite direction of rotation, would it slow time down or make it reverse? I don't know. I'd have to ask Einstein. Oh my God, he's dead and didn't own a comb. I don't know if you get that joke. It's not even a joke, really. It's a fact. He didn't own a comb. His hair was all over the place. But then again, maybe he lived in a humid climate. I don't know. Whatever. So I went to see the movie Superman. It opened the second week of August in movie theaters. And I wanted to see it, and I don't know why. People said it was really good. It was a really good movie. So I thought, okay, this should be fun. So I go to the movie, and I sit down, and the movie starts. After like about 10 or 15 minutes of coming attractions, which they call trailers. Trailers go at the end. They're hitched to the end of the car. But somehow in the movie theaters, trailers go at the beginning. I don't know. Whatever. Coming attractions are very boring because here's a fact, and I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you about this. If there are 6 coming attractions, 4 of them are for a Marvel comic kind of movie. The Fantastic Four, the Horrible Seven, Iron Man, I don't know, Catwoman, the Incredible Hulk, the Not So Incredible Hulk, the Fairly Incredible Hulk, Miss America, whatever. All these superhuman characters. The Throat, the Green Lantern, Batman, all these, it's all that. It's always that. And it's always the same plot. It's always that the world is being destroyed by some villain that is so enormously horrible, they want to destroy society as we know it or take over the entire planet. And it's the job of the superhuman character to stop them. And in they are all exactly the same plot, exactly the same outcome, exactly the same things that happen in order to get to the outcome. The script is written once. They just change the character names from Superman to Batman. It's always the same. Sometimes they'll have super partners. Usually, sometimes they don't. But it's the same plot over and over. So, here's what happened. So I'm sitting there, and the Superman movie begins, and I'm thinking, this is going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And it starts out with Superman being dragged by Superdog to this place in Antarctica. It's like the Krypton land or something, the Castle of Goodness or something, whatever the thing is. And Superman is bleeding, and obviously he just lost a battle with something. And then they fix him up. It's the same in every movie. And then they fix him up, and then he meets the villain, which is a horrible, horrible person. And they fight, and the horrible person hits Superman in the face with a large flagpole that was just torn right out of the ground in a schoolyard, and hits Superman, and Superman goes tumbling to the pavement in the middle of some kind of city. It's always Metropolis or something. And and he dives into the pavement, and it causes a 10-foot deep hole in the pavement, and he's lying there, and all the passerby pedestrians are standing on the perimeter of this gigantic crater that was created by Superman falling through the pavement, and they're looking down at Superman going, "Are you all right? Are you all right?" And Superman, like, is very dazed. He looks up and he says, "I'm okay." It's the same in every single movie. In every movie, the superhuman character, no matter who it is hits the pavement and causes a crater in the street, in the pavement, and the pedestrians and passerbys are standing there looking down. Every movie. So as if this wasn't bad enough, and I was getting a little bit like, I just spent a lot of money to watch something I've seen like 5,000 times. The next scene is at the Daily Planet, the newspaper there, and there's a woman sitting at a desk. Guess who it is? Guess who it is? No. Yeah, that's right. It's Lois Lane, and she's sitting there, and Clark walks in, and they're having this conversation, and I don't know at this point whether she knows that Clark is Superman or not. But they're, romantically inclined, so to speak. It's the same again. It's the same thing over and over. And I walked out. I walked out because I was insulted. I paid money for something I've seen like every 3 years in a new version. And I don't care how good it was. The plot was exactly this. I don't know where you are. Are you over here or are you over? I can't tell the difference. Very, very boring, but that's not the real reason that I walked out, even though I would have at that point. There was this father, he's probably about 30 years old or something, and he came to the movies to watch Superman with his 3 kids. Now, I don't know if they were all his kids, but he came with 3 kids, and they were approximately the age of 5 and 6. And he walks into the movie theater about 10 minutes after the movie started. And he's standing up in the middle of the theater, blocking people's views of the screen. He's standing up, situating his kids, or the kids, in seats. The kids are talking. He's talking loud as if he's the only person in the theater. What? And he's saying, "All right, kids, sit down. That's right, Jimmy, you sit down there, you sit there." And you'd say, "Excuse me, we're watching a film here." I didn't say that, but I felt like it. And then he gets the popcorn, and he still hasn't sat down yet. He's talking to his kids. The kids get up from the seats. They start walking around. These people are walking around right in front of everybody trying to watch the movie. And I could hear somebody like 5 rows back going, "Sit down, sit down." Guy doesn't even hear him. Guy doesn't care. The mentality of this man with the kids, like, what do you do? Do you realize that there are other people here watching a movie that supposedly was going to be good but actually isn't? So it doesn't really matter, but that's not the point. Are you seriously not even respectful of other people sitting there? I couldn't figure it out. But then I said to myself, "Ron, it's you that goes on the air on these radio shows and says, people are different. Just don't stress it. Leave it alone. Just leave it alone." And as I didn't like the movie anyway and was about to walk out anyway, I walked out. But as I walked out, there's a little aisle, toward the exit on the side of the theater. I, in a very loud voice, said the following: "This place is crazy. Can you believe this? I've had enough. This is crazy." I said it loud, just to justify to myself, really. I go up to the courtesy desk at this movie theater. You know where it is. It's the only one around you. And I said, "I want my money back." To some guy standing up with his kid. I didn't say I didn't like the film, because that's arbitrary. That's my problem. Because other people do. That's my problem. You don't leave because you don't like the film. It doesn't work like that. You made a bad choice. Live with it. But I said, there's a guy standing up with his kids. He won't sit down. He's standing there like he's the only person in the theater, and he's blocking everybody's view, and this is ridiculous. And the movie theater courtesy manager person, young lady, Well, I say young lady. She was younger than I was. That doesn't say a lot. She said, well, I'm very, very sorry. And she refunded my money. And she said, and also, if you want to come as our guest tomorrow to rewatch the film, that would be fine. And of course, I'm saying to myself, rewatch the film. I was about to walk out on it. What? So I said, no, that's okay. I'm busy tomorrow. Today was the only opportunity I had to go, which is not true. That was a lie. But I felt vindicated, so that was fine. So 2 messages here. People are idiots and accept them accordingly because not everybody is as smart and considerate as you are. You, not you. And also, I don't recommend the Superman movie. And that's really about all there is to that. All right, here's what I've done so far. I've talked now for 20 minutes, 10 minutes per subject. I have 10 minutes to go. But the last 10 minutes usually are not so bad, because it's going to be over eventually. So, that's the way I live my life. If something is going kind of crazy, it's like, I hate the summer. I can't stand the summer. It's when all the bugs come out and they annoy me. I sweat into my eyebrows. It's too hot to sit in the sun. Can't walk the dog because the pavement's too hot. It's a horrible time of year. I mean, if you happen to be in a boat or in the water, that's nice. But for most people, it's a sweaty, sticky, humid, uncomfortable sleeping weather kind of thing to do. Now, we're all different. I know some people that love the summer. They wish they could live in the summer all of their lives. Okay, I'm not you. So when something horrible is happening, I always say to myself, okay, we're coming to the end of this. Only good things are down the path. They couldn't be as bad as this in the future. They have to be better in the near future, down the path. So I feel better about that. What am I talking about? Oh, that's why. Yeah, so the end of the show is coming. I am older than 25. I know what you're saying. Seriously? You don't look older than 25. I know. Thank you. I'm older than 30. I am older than 35. I'm older than 40. And that's where we're going to stop. Don't get on my bad side. Anyway, when I was growing up, we had everything in files and on paper and documented on paper and put in files and kept close in a file cabinet or some type of a drawer system. And we felt secure. Here's the thing. That's a generation before they had passwords and clouds where you keep your information in. I don't know which cloud my information is in. On a day with some nice puffy clouds, I feel more secure, like my information, I can actually see it up there in the clouds. But if it's cloudy out or there's no clouds at all, hey, where's my information? It's in the clouds. I don't see any clouds. Then I realized it's not a weather-related thing, it's a term. Okay, fine. All right, I didn't know that at first. So everything is electronically stored somewhere. And that doesn't make me feel secure. It's not good enough. In these days of people being hacked and information stolen and scams and pams and shams and cyber attacks, how can I feel secure that my stuff is out there, but it's secure because you said it was? I can't. You know how I know it's secure? I have written proof in a folder, in a file cabinet. I'm good. That's how I feel secure. But the recent generations don't have file cabinets. They don't even know what they are. They don't print anything. They don't even have printers. They don't. That was part of the computer system. They'd have printers. They don't even need printers anymore. Everything's in files. But where are those files? Those files can be lost or deleted. No, Ron, I have it on my SD card. Maybe your card won't work. Maybe it won't transfer into maybe you won't be able to see it. And where are you going to look at it on? Huh? What? I got it on paper. And it's always there, and the paper doesn't go away. So I feel secure. But I don't understand how this present generation that has nothing printed out at all can feel secure. Because in this day of cyber insecurity, your information could be lost or not attainable or erased by some foreign hacker. Who knows? But this present generation is very comfortable with that because they don't know anything else. They are very trusting. You said my information is secure? Then it's secure. No, it doesn't work like that. Unless you see it, unless you have it, it ain't necessarily there. And that's my warning to this present generation. You're taking too much for granted. Things have become so easy for you that you don't even think past the easiness. Do you understand what that means? Because I don't. I don't know what I just said. But I think you understand what I mean. It's not good enough. Not good enough to be told your file is somewhere secure. It's better to have it right here. And in the long run, how many things do you really have to print out? How many credit cards do you have? It's a credit card for everything. All available to somebody in the cyber world can, if they wanted to, use your card. Some of your accounts, your money accounts, could be washed out. You don't know unless you have this to prove that you got that. Maybe I'm old school. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with old school. As a matter of fact, if someone says to me, I'm old school, I say, I love you. I don't say I love you because that's a little too much. But I understand you. I feel you. Well, that's also a little too much. You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay. Yeah, beware of the cloud. It's this present generation is better be damn careful. Better be damn careful because of all this social media out there in the cloud, information, password for everything. No matter how hard they try. Do you ever try to get your information and you have to prove that you're human in order to get your own information? You have to be texted or emailed a code number before you can get into anything that you actually own? Is there any way that you can remember 5,000 passwords and use a different password for everything? If you use the same, you're screwed all over the place. If you have 5,000 passwords, you're going to forget like 4,273,000 of them. Mathematically, that didn't make any sense. Or do you just have it easily on a piece of paper? Look, this proves it. There you go. So who's got the easier life, I ask you? Yeah, the answer might be a little bit different when you look at it that way. Who's more vulnerable now? Well, we're all vulnerable. We're all vulnerable now, more so than we ever have been. Thanks to technology and advancements, we're all more vulnerable than we ever have been before. See if you can figure that out. If you can't, whatever. I'll be back next week with another episode. In the meantime, NewEnglandBroadcasting.com, The Ron Van Dam Show, Google that, and we'd love to have you every single weekday. Until that time arrives, I wish you peace.